Hey, Michael, I'm actually curious to know what the process would be to develop a book into a film. I just acquired the development rights for this book that I read quite a while ago, and I keep thinking about it. I think it would be a really good project to bring to the tube or big screen, but would love to get your professional opinion. I love you. Oh, things got very juicy at the end there. By the way, that's how I end my calls when I'm on the phone with tech support. I go, okay, thanks so much for your help. I love you too. And then they're like, what? So I'm not the best person to talk about this because primarily I work in TV and not in movies, nor have I ever optioned the rights to a book, and I probably never will, okay? But you can figure this a lot of this stuff out on your own. So go on Google and research like a number of books that have been turned into TV shows and movies the past 5, 10, 20 years. And what do those books have in common? I think you'll find that some of them are really well written and some of them are kind of trash. So it's not that. I think what you'll find they all have in common is most of them, I think, are probably bestsellers. Why? Because those bestsellers come with a built-in audience. So they're much easier to market. It makes the whole thing easier. So I think a lot of people are under the impression that working in Hollywood is all about who you know. It's like, okay, great. Tell me about more cliches that you have no understanding of. It's not just that. It's not about knowing the right person. Let's take a famous actor. Let's take Reese Witherspoon, right? She has launched movies. She could carry a movie. She's made the studios a ton of money over the years. She could get meetings anywhere with any agent, producer, studio executive, right? So imagine she found some obscure book and went to some studio head, hey, I want to turn this obscure book into a movie. They'd say, yeah, well, that's just not what we're going to do here. We're not going to risk $50 million on this project. It's too big of a risk. But so what did Reese Witherspoon do? She's the perfect example. She started a book club. So now she gets the rights to these books, these unknown books. She markets them to her book club. And by doing that, they become bestsellers. And then she takes the best-selling book to the studio and then she sells it. So it turns out Reese Witherspoon is really, really smart. By the way, do you know when I first discovered that Reese Witherspoon was very smart? It was during Legally Blonde, when it was the part when she got into Harvard. And I was like, oh my God, Reese is really smart. So listen, the more you can bring to the table, the better. It's not just the book. You can certainly reach out to production companies and say, hey, I have a book. It's a thriller. Are you interested in reading it? I have the rights to it. Then you're going to send them a copy and, it's going to cost you money. This is one of the advantages of having an agent, because if you had an agent, you could say, hey, I have the rights to the book. It's a thriller. Which production companies are interested in thrillers, right? Because not all of them want to do that. Some want to do comedies or whatever. And so that would be helpful. But you can do a lot of this information on your own. It just depends on how hard you want to grind it, how much hustle you want to do. All right, good luck to you. For more, what it's like to be a TV writer, keep following me at Michael Jamin Writer.